Okay. This is just a bit, again, friendly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not a very descriptive.
No, but I get what you mean.
So be more specific, parental substitutes appear in all three films. How does that, is that what an audience wants? Is that, I think it is,
Yeah.
And in the same way, in a romantic film with a romantic element, the audience want the characters to come together by the end of the film. That's a kind of satisfying narrative payoff. And in films about orphans, think about Oliver Twist. He's adopted by his grandfather. He returns to the family that he originally had, and that's what Dickens gives us at the end. And it's sort of so rather than a bit of narrative theory in there, or sort of addressing what the audience want from it. So proves to be a father figure to the kid only if it benefits himself. Again, a bit more objective. The filmmakers use this character in order to the dynamic between the two characters is just a bit only if it benefits himself.
Yeah.
That says he's a person, not a character. Yeah, just be a bit colder about it. Bless you. So this moment is hard for an audience to watch. Waititi uses this idea. It's a very challenging, strong idea of him being a molester as a disruption of the kind of beginnings of the equilibrium that is happening in their friendship. It's a deliberate challenge to that, and also it's he sort of plays it, kind of satirizes it as well, and with the crazy caricature hunters, and he uses sort of conventional action tropes to resolve it, because Heck turns out to be a fighter. Is that right?
Yeah.
Again, incredibly important. It's not a okay. And so this is, again, just a bit friendly, and I think you're going to be heading for something more along the lines of the nature of central protagonists and whether the identification of an audience with a protagonist is enhanced by their isolation or not. What are the characteristics that make protagonists sympathetic to an audience? And then again, here we're looking at Murray Smith. In what way have they aligned us with these central characters? How have these characters saved the cat, if you like? You know what I mean by that? Rescued the cat. It's one of Mrs. screenplay books, which is, I can't remember what it's called, First Rescue the Cat, First Save the Cat. If you want to be sympathetic to a character, you want your audience to be sympathetic, then you have to show them rescuing a cat from a tree at the very beginning of the film, and then people think, oh yeah, okay, I'll stick with him, or I'll stick with her. I think that's what it's called. So how do the storytellers, the filmmakers, how do they use this idea of the orphan? What are the rules here? So if you can try and draw some conclusion out of that will work.
Are you able to get that cat book?
Well, you don't need to read it.
No, I know, but it would be good to just have that bit. Because then I can put that in somewhere.
I can't remember. It's called Save the Cat. And if you think about it different, in what are the ways in which we are aligned? Well, we're always aligned with these characters because they are screen time they get is extraordinary. All three of them, all four of them, and they're Ricky is the one who's sort of least sympathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know about Turbo Kid because I still haven't seen it, but one of the things that makes us align with whatever his name is in Moonrise Kingdom is his kind of organization. Yeah. It's almost like his individuality when he walks into the show and stands and says, "No, you. I was talking to her."
Yeah.
He's very aligned with the audience then, because we're looking at all those giggling girls in the dressing room and we're going, "No, we don't want to know about any of them. We want that girl in the black. She's the interesting one." So that's kind of alignment that happens quite early in the film, isn't it? Okay. Let's just have a quick look at this. Okay, I wouldn't say that the 1980s were a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
No, it's not. It's not that it's set in the 80s. It's just that it's in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, but everything in it. So I don't know how to explain it because it's not set in the 80s. It's set in the future, but like everything that, like all the things that they use are all like things that come from the 80s.
Okay,
which is
so
really
you need
weird.
to find a way of saying that, which means what you just said.
Okay.
So a post-apocalyptic wasteland that's filled with the ephemera of the 1980s, with the commercial refuse of the 1980s, such as, Hello. Okay, I don't care about that. Be specific about what's going on in the film, because of its use of two orphaned protagonists. Again, think about the structure of the film rather than the nature of the characters. This is just tweaks. Dean Pearthy, I love him. Great critic. Yeah, good. That's fine. Okay, don't need too many tweaks on that. Okay?
Yeah.
Good.